lovelies! So it is time for another Q&A. I'm very Hufflepuff today. I was just doing the Pottermore quizzes for a video. But yes, it is time for another Q&A. So I'm going to bring up the questions. As usual, I got way too many to answer. If your question wasn't answered, please don't be offended. You're not being singled out. It's just like, I'm only one little person. And this is one, hopefully not too ridiculously long video. So, you know, it's the way it is. So let me go through and see what we got. So yeah, there's 221 comments on the Instagram post alone, and that doesn't include all the other places I got questions. So, okay, what colour would you like for an outfit aside from yellow and pink? That's a fun one, because like those are the sort of two colours I've played around with a lot this year. Something that I haven't done before, maybe like a really dark blue. It's a colour I used to hate, but like I kind of like it a little bit more now, and I'd like to experiment with doing an outfit with that colour scheme. It's still not like a favourite of mine, but yeah, like a really like deep dark like indigo blue would be interesting. Favourite song at the moment? I don't know. Maybe like Nancy Boy by Placebo. I've really been enjoying that for some reason. It gets stuck in my head, something awful. Top 5 albums of all time. I think I need to do, I might do like just like take a bunch, there's like quite a lot of music questions here. I might just take them all and do like a music Q&A type video, because like, I don't know, my relationship to music isn't the same as like most of my friends. Like I couldn't name, like I can maybe name a couple of Marilyn Manson albums, but generally like no matter how much I like a band, I don't know the names of any of their albums. I just know the songs that I like. I've never been like super into bands, if you know what I mean. Like I love music, I love listening to music, but I'm just not that into bands. So I don't know, like I don't know the names of my favorite band members, I don't know album names. Like I'm really crap with stuff like that. I just listen to the songs I like, and that's the extent of my involvement really. What's your favorite season of Kuroshitsuji? Is that Black Butler? Because I mean, if so, I think I've only watched like half a season, so. I do keep meaning to watch more of it. It's just I'm like, I enjoy it, but I'm not into it enough where I like feel the need to keep watching, so. Second favorite alternative style besides goth? Oh, that would be really hard. There's a lot that I like. I mean, I could say like kawaii, but like that's quite a broad term that probably covers a lot of different styles, so I don't know if that counts. Then also the likes of strega, but you can wear strega and still look completely goth, so I don't know. It'd be a tough one to answer, I think. Which festivals do you want to visit? I don't know if I want to, like I kind of like, part of me really wants to go to festivals and the other part just really doesn't, because like the thought of it fills me with anxiety, so I'm not really sure. Like WGT was always a big one for me, but I'm still, but like as the years go on, I'm like more and more anxious about going to something like that, so I don't know. Are you going to get more tattoos? Yes, at some point. There's something I really want like on my side, kind of like going down the side of my thigh and then up like my actual side, sort of towards the like rib area, but I don't know. I have something very specific in mind that I want, and so far I'm not capable of drawing it myself, and I don't want to go to the tattoo artist and be like, I want this, can you draw it? Because I am like so fussy and annoying that I know like he'll draw something up and I'll be like, no, that's wrong, you change it. Like, obviously not that rude, but he'll be like, nope, wrong, change these things please, and he'll do it again and I'll like, nope, still wrong, change these things please, and that will happen a million times, and I don't want to piss him off and have someone who's mad at me tattooing me. And then like a bunch of like followers and friends who like do art have offered to draw it for me, but for the same thing, I'm horribly fussy and I don't want to cause any of you to hit me, basically, so I'm like, no, thank you. So I just need to figure out a way to put it together myself, or if I see someone like that has the art style that like screams like out, like that's the one to me, then I would maybe commission them to do it, but outside of that, like I feel like it'd be too specific, so no. There are so many questions here asking like, oh, when are you going to have kids? Are you going to have kids? Are you and Jake going to have kids? I'm like, oh, you're all very new here, aren't you? For anyone who doesn't know, I'm never having children is one of the strongest opinions that I have. I could literally write a book full of all the reasons that I don't want children. I could do a video hours long of all the reasons I don't want children. If you want them, that's great. I just so do not. Have you ever been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Universal Studios? No, I got like halfway through the gates, and then basically like I was kind of apprehensive about going anyway, because we were going like really late in the day. It was like an hour before it was closing, and I was super aware of the fact that like not only was I going to be paying $180 for like me and Jake to go in together for an hour, but I was only really interested in going so I could buy more things, like go in and like spend more money. And I like didn't have a lot of money left by that point of the trip, so I was kind of like already not super psyched about it. And then basically what happened was Jake had his drone in his bag because he brings it everywhere for vlogging. And basically the security overreacted so badly, it was ridiculous. Now before anyone gets at me, I understand if you're not allowed to bring drones into Universal. If that's the case, that's fine, because all they would have had to say is, excuse me sir, you can't bring that into the park. It would have been like, oh okay, that sucks, but that's fine. But no, because it was America, land of just being dramatic. So instead of saying that, the guy's like, oh, you know, what's this? And Jake's like, oh, it's a drone. He takes it out and he's like, oh, it's a drone. Oh yeah, okay. Picks up his little walkie-talkie. 710, we have a 710. And I was like, oh my god, is this real life? All of a sudden, like, almost 10 different security guards run over, and I saw like at least 3 different security uniforms, so it was like different levels of security. We were surrounded by all this security. They're asking like a million questions about the drone, and like, oh, you can't fly that without this, and it's like, yes you can actually. They made him like take the battery out of the drone so they could take a picture of the serial number. They wanted to see the last pictures he took with his phone, which he couldn't show them anyway because his phone was dead, which meant he couldn't fly the drone in the first place. And like we were there for ages with them all just like freaking out, and then they turned us away anyway, and I was like, oh my god, like all you had to say was sorry, you can't bring it into the park. It was baffling. So yeah, there was that. But I was kind of glad of that in the end, because I was like feeling real unhappy about spending $180 just for an hour's worth of spending more money. So I will go someday, but that day was not the day. What's the quirkiest thing about each of your pets? Oh gosh, that's fun. Let me think. With Sebastian, I think maybe just how clingy he is. He's like so ridiculously clingy and loving, but only with people. With animals, he's like a huge bully. He's so mean and nasty when it comes to like dogs and other cats and stuff. But then with people, he's the sweetest cat in the world. So maybe that. There's a lot quirky about Sebastian, to be fair. With Tonks, if you don't know who Tonks is, this is Tonks. I think just like the fact that like she's so like her feelers are just so like graceful, and like anytime I'm looking for her, I just kind of peek around and I can always see her like it brings me so much amusement. So probably that, and the fact she's really shy. For the snakes, I don't know, like they're not super quirky except for Oogie. Like he's the smallest one, and he is just out for blood all of the time. Even if he has like just eaten like literally 3 minutes ago, if he sees your finger he will come for you. Like he just wants to bite everyone all of the time, always. And he's not like other snakes where he bites just like, you know, like that. He grabs you and he won't let go, and he will not let go until you pry him off or like splash him in the face with water enough that it pisses him off. Like he's just out for blood. He was a rescue, and I don't know if like he is just mean from the people who had him before us, or if like that's just the way he is, but he is like the meanest snake. But because he's so small, it doesn't matter because he can't do any damage anyway. And then Rubius, my scorpion, I think the quirkiest thing about him is like, other than the cat, he's the loudest out of all the animals. Like they all move about fairly silently, but like he's just so like clumsy and loud when he moves about his tank. Like when he's climbing over his stuff, all you hear is like as he's just like stomping around his tank. He just makes so much noise. And he just has a lot of personality. He's really funny. Like, I filled up his water dish the other day, but then like he dug a hole and kicked all like his soil into the water, and he went and tried to drink the water and like got mud all over his face, and then he was there like and I was like, why? So like he's just really funny. Oh, this video is long already. Can I help you? Oh. Spiders or bats? I like bats. Bats are real cute. What do you want for Christmas? I have no idea. I just like getting sort of anything for Christmas, because like as the years goes on, you get older. Like my family don't get me as many presents, which is fine obviously, but like it's more just the fun of Christmas morning and having like loads of presents to open that I miss. So anytime I get anything, I'm happy, really. He's stealing the show again. Anytime he's in my videos, like no one cares about my video. They're like, the cat! Which makes me happy, honestly. I like whenever people talk about how cute he is, so it's fine. Did you ever think you would become this popular on social media? And have you noticed it making an impact on your life? I don't know, like sort of. Like that was kind of always a bit of a goal of mine. Like I always knew that I wanted to make a living through being some form of internet personality. I didn't really know what size I would reach or what platform it'd be on, but that was just like a goal of mine. Which like my mum would tell you, like she used to complain at me whenever I was in school for all the time I spent on the computer. She's like, oh, get off that and do this instead. And I was like, people make money this way, you know. And she's like, oh, all right then, prove me wrong. And like she's the one who like reminded me of that and like admits that I did prove her wrong. So there's that. In terms of making an impact on my life, definitely, yeah. Like I mean, it's improved my life in a lot of ways. You know, I get to do things like travel around the world and stuff, and that's awesome. But it's also like, I don't know, I do worry that it's making me like less of a nice person sometimes, just because I've gotten just so fed up of people being like judgmental and like constant criticism and like rude comments, and then whenever you get things like that, you're expected not to say anything back because like, oh, you're the, you know, you have a following, you're supposed to be some godly saint who's not bothered by anything. And it's definitely made me angrier as a person, I think, a lot of the time. Like, I get like angry a lot quicker now and stuff, and I always assume the worst with comments. Anytime a comment pops up, if like, because you see like only part of it when I get a notification, so if I see like, oh my god, your makeup ... I never assume it's gonna be, oh, your makeup looks so good. I always expect like, oh my god, your makeup's so fucking ugly, you know? Like, anytime I see like the start of a comment, I just assume it's gonna be negative. I don't know why, but that's just like my immediate thought is like, that's gonna be a nasty comment. So it's made me more defensive, and it's made me angrier, which I do not like in myself, and it's something that I'm constantly trying my hardest to fight because I'm very aware of it. And I don't like being that way, so I'm trying really hard not to be like that, but I definitely think it's making me a grouchier person, which I hate. What is 3 things you have to have in your tacos? Okay, so I only like crunchy tacos. I know, I'm trash. Like, I know that's not real Mexican food. I'm not here for real Mexican food. I'm just here for meat and crunchy things, basically. So yeah, it has to be the crunchy shell, it has to have cheese, and it has to have loads of guacamole. Those are like my requirements. Tell me about your handsome cat. What kind of personality he has? How did you get him and how old he is? That makes me so happy, but I think I might just do like a video on Sebastian and answer all those answer lots of questions about Sebastian, just show like cute videos of him. I just want like the Sebastian video, so I'll save that for then. Do you ever wish you started YouTube earlier? Definitely. I think like if I could have started like a year before I did, or maybe even before that, then I think I'd probably be a lot bigger by now, because like just the algorithm change recently has screwed a lot of things up, and like it's sort of buggered it up for different types of content creators. Like if you do like drama shit and stuff, then you're fine, you'll get billions of views, but like a lot of creators kind of got screwed over by that, and their progress slowed down. So I feel like if I had have got in a bit earlier, my channel would be a lot further along. But it's alright. How old are all of your pets? I actually don't know. A lot of my pets have been like rescues and stuff, so I actually don't really have an idea of a lot of their ages. If you could travel to anywhere in the world for free, where would you go? There's a lot of places I want to visit right now. I'm not sure where I would choose first. I actually went to Japan for free a couple of weeks ago, but I still haven't been to Tokyo, so maybe Tokyo. Also maybe New Orleans. I don't know why, but recently I've really wanted to go to New Orleans. And then Prague is another big one that I really want to visit. I know you're a Hufflepuff, but which teaching position at Hogwarts would you teach? Oh, this is fun. Maybe like herbology or potions? No! No. Care of magical beasts or whatever it's called. That would be, I think if it weren't for that, probably like either potions or herbology, because I love things like that, but definitely care of magical creatures and stuff. That would be, I'd be all over that. Plus, I mean, like, I'm like practically Hagrid already. I'm like half giant, I've got the hair going. I could do it. Are you planning on moving in the near future? Not like the near future, but good god, I do want to move eventually. Like, I don't want to move because I really like our landlords, but that's kind of the only thing that makes me not want to move. Like, this house is just too small. I don't like the fact that the garden isn't attached to the house and stuff, and just like all the other houses surround it, because like I don't feel like I almost never want to go in the garden, because well, I was gonna say I feel like I'm being spied on. No, I know I'm being spied on. I see the neighbors coming out and spying on me, and it drives me crazy. I generally don't like the neighbors in this area. It's just, yeah, like there's so many things about living here that I do not enjoy, but I don't want to leave and then end up with crappy landlords, because our landlords are so nice, and I'm like, have you got any ideas for more merchandise? I do. There's lots more to come. I've had so many things planned out, but it's just like sort of cooperating with the team and like getting the things that I want out when I want them out has been difficult. But these pillows, by the way, this nice here. This pillow here, the moth and the keys and such, that is now available in my merch store, as is the Spooky Girl pillow, which looks like this. Got some nice spider webs, and on the back, spiders and stuff, so you can set it either way. So yeah, those are now available in my merch store. What is the goth scene like in Northern Ireland? Whenever we were there, we didn't see any other goths. It's pretty small. There are very few people who would actually fall under the category of goth, like actual what you would expect goth to be. There's like quite a handful of like alternative people, some of which would like call themselves goth, but more in a sort of like joking way. Like I doubt they actually consider themselves to be part of the goth subculture, because they're like not really, like from what I can tell. So I think it's just like a jokey, like I like black things so I'm goth kind of way. So it's more sort of alternative scene, and even that is quite small compared to a lot of other places. It's not that it doesn't exist, it's just it is pretty small, and in terms of like an actual goth scene, it's like really itty bitty. So there isn't much of one here, which is a shame. I would like to see it more, but plus I'm also, you know, obviously quite out of touch because I don't leave the house, so there's probably more of one than I'm aware of. But it's a very small place and everyone tends to know everyone, to the point where like when I see an alternative person that I don't personally know on the street or don't recognize, I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, that's how shocking it is to me. So yeah, it's like, it's pretty small here. Oh my god, who and why? There was a package, that's weird. What time is it? It's almost 6 o'clock. Okay, well, I'm not complaining. Okay, there's a lot of questions left and my camera is about to die. So let me do one or two more. Oh, my friend Yami asked if I have any siblings. She's on YouTube, you can find her. I think it's like Yami XO. I'm sure you can just search her for Yami. She asked if I have any siblings. I do not. I'm an only child and I have always loved it that way. I never wanted siblings. I threatened to run away if my mom had more kids. Last one. Who looks after Sebastian when I'm away? My mum. Much to the dismay of her dog, because Sebastian bullies him relentlessly. He's really mean, so. But yeah, my mum looks after Sebastian when we're gone. Speaking of Sebastian. So leave a wee comment, let me know how you're all doing. Also remember to like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let's see how many likes we can get this video up to. If you watched this video, and like assuming you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and let's see if we can get like more likes than any other recent video, just for fun. I don't know why, I'm just curious. Subscribe as well and hit the little notifications button because that's important. Check out my Patreon because that's even, I don't know what that was. Check out my Patreon because that's even more important and it really supports me in this channel, so thank you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye lovelies. Say bye bye. Bye lovelies.